There are so many things happening in the world today that people, as I've said before, quietly reflect a sense of hopelessness. Lynette has written to me today, amongst many others, saying, Alan, I've lost hope for the future of the world. Children are lied to and brainwashed from preschool. Their parents have been convinced that we have to save the planet for their children at any cost. She says, I've listened to you and many highly qualified scientists and politicians speak for many years. My children, who are highly educated and were once conservative, look at me as if I'm crazy when I try to tell them what is going on in the world. She says, I cannot see any comeback from here. Is there anyone who can stand up and tell the truth? As you know, it's illegal to tell the truth. Where will a saviour come from, or are we gone? Well, Lynette, this is the station of the truth. More of that in a moment. But I offer Lynette's message by way of introduction to the flood crisis. That might seem strange, but stay with me. As I speak to you, there are hundreds of thousands of Australians living a life of uncertainty as floods tackle a new geographical area of Australia. What was once Gympie in Queensland, and then areas of Brisbane and the Gold Coast, and then the horrific experiences at Lismore, all, I might add, forgotten by politicians. Well, now there are great swathes of regional New South Wales, Victoria, and even Tasmania under attack. People are living in fear of what tomorrow might bring. There is a warning today that thunderstorms and up to 100 millimetres of rain could hit communities already impacted by floods in southern and western New South Wales. Of course, you must not drive through floodwaters. Don't. But many rescues have already been made of people who thought their car could make it. What's worse, strong winds are being forecast that could bring down trees and impact homes in flood zones. In Victoria, the rain, which battered the state last week and into the weekend, has continued despite some clear skies in recent days. Yesterday, Victoria took stock of the damage already caused, and the warnings were stark. This is going to take a lot of weeks. And as Premier Daniel Andrews has said, this is far from over. The freight industry is warning that there might be delays in moving goods around the country due to the flooding and the closure of many roads in New South Wales and Victoria. 150 kilometres of the Sturt Highway between Sydney and Adelaide is closed due to flooding of the Murrumbidgee River in the Riverina. A section of the Newell Highway, which runs from the Queensland border to the Murray River, is also closed. The freight task in Australia at the moment is very difficult. At Narrandera, at the junction of the Sturt and Newell highways, access in three directions has been cut off by days of flooding. The focus, though, is on the beautiful and historic Echuca, on the banks of the Murray River and the Campaspe River in Victoria. The border town of Moama is adjacent on the northern side of the Murray River. That puts it in New South Wales. Ironically, Echuca lies within Yorta Yorta country, and Yorta Yorta means meeting of the waters. Well, that's happened. Echuca is one of the most beautiful places I've ever visited. In the 1870s, it was Australia's largest inland port, the point of shortest distance between the Murray River and the major city of Melbourne.